Leo, I'm getting this vibe for you that you feel like this thing that you want, this thing that you're manifesting is never going to happen. With the oracle messages that are out here, the first card that popped out is this stressful situation is almost coming to an end. We are sending positive energy, financial help, miracles, and life-changing blessings your way. That's strongly giving me this vibe that you are not sure if it's worth continuing on, if it's ever going to grow, if this is ever going to become as prosperous and as abundant as you want, if the job that you're wanting is going to come through, if the relationship is going to improve. Those are some of the themes that are coming up. Another card that popped out for you, Leo, it says, don't worry, everything you've been waiting for is on its way. Progress is being made, even if you can't yet see the results. So much is happening behind the scenes for the creation of your dreams. Trust the process. But I feel like for some of you, Leo, it's really hard. You're having a hard time. And the messages from the universe, I do these readings because I am really trying to encourage folks to keep the faith, right? Because oftentimes at the end of the month, the beginning of a new month, we're like, whew, and we are in Q4 of the year. So this is a theme for many signs of just keeping the faith, keep pushing, and not giving up on what it is that you believe in, what you're manifesting, what you're trying to create. Another card that popped out here, it says, if you are worried you don't have the strength to move on, think of how much strength you are using to hold on. Then redirect that energy and enjoy your life. For some of you, this is directly related to something in the love life. Someone that you are in love with, someone that you are wanting to see a relationship grow. Now, that's very specific. This is not intended to be a love reading, but I am getting that vibe that for some of you, you are not wanting to give up on a relationship, and that's been bringing you some worry, some stress. Beneath the deck, it says, it's never too late to start over. You have to trust in the magic of new beginnings. They are waiting for you. Notice them, seize them, and appreciate all that you have. Just relax and trust. Now, similar to my Virgo reading, I could be talking to a Leo, Virgo, Cusper. There was a little bit of a vibe in their reading about holding on. And so for you, I'm getting a little bit of that too, you know, that maybe some of the stress that you feel, just some of the stress, right, is because there's something that maybe you can release, that it's okay to release, but maybe you're not exactly sure if you can or if you want to. You're kind of toggling that for a moment, wondering, do I really have the strength to let this go? If I let this particular situation go, will I be all right? Will I be okay? So let's get some more cards out here for you, Leo, to, wow, Leo and Libra. I'm not sure if there's a connection for you there. Very fascinating. So Leo, we're going to get some messages out here from the tarot at this point. If there's anyone DMing you, messaging you, private messaging you, trying to get a reading with you, pretending to be me or any other tarot reader, friend, please report and block them. We want you to be safe, okay? Thank you, guide angel spirit guides, for my lovely Leo. Lovely Leo. I wonder if there's a connection with you and someone who is a Libra. I literally tried to put the two signs together. Thank you, guide angel spirit guides. Tell us more. What is Leo working through right now? What is their current energy, their frequency, their vibration? Who are they at this time? Thank you, guide angel spirit guides. Let's see here. Leo. Okay. Yeah, you're having, some of you, this is specifically related to love. Okay. Not knowing what to choose, who to choose, which decision to make, kind of self-protecting too at this time. You might be feeling a little bit of pressure because the Strength card is out here, and this is also you, Leo, showing up in your reading. And then here we are, this is a Libra card. So for some of you, you know, this is just the vibe, the energy, so don't feel limited to this, but there is a theme here of someone, and then this is you again for me as a reader with the Seven of Wands. There's a Libra that maybe you are dealing with or connected to. Could be someone that you're working with, or it could just be the vibration too. Libra is kind of like a mutable energy, a new beginning, and a decision about making a choice to go into a new beginning, a new direction, or do I stay where I'm at? But both decisions seem equally amazing. Both decisions seem equally not so amazing, but you know you got to make one. And it's hard because when we are in the Two of Swords, we're covering our heart. And the heart is where we are able to really draw a lot of our inspiration and our wisdom from. But you're protective right now. You're feeling like you have to protect yourself in a lot of ways. And it makes sense because you want to really make a wise decision. But again, I do feel like there's some pressure here. Maybe from parents, friends, the two people or the two parties, the two opportunities, the two jobs. I kind of feel like it's putting a little bit of pressure on you. But I haven't gotten to the advice portion of this, but Leo, I'm really getting the vibe that a lot of your advice might be centered around you allowing your heart to speak to you and trust yourself and let go of fear, right? Some of the stress that you feel right now is because you don't feel, for some of you, Leo, that you have the courage to make a decision. You don't have enough information. So another thing that's coming up too with the Two of Swords being here in this Libra energy is that, you know, there might be a third option. There may be other options available for you, especially if something or someone is pressuring you, right? I keep getting that vibe that there's some pressure here. There's something, and it could be that it's circumstantial. It's just that I need to make a decision by this day because I have to move by this day. I have to, you know, make a decision on this because I need money by this day. You know, sometimes circumstances make us feel kind of boxed and closed in, and it might not be a person, but for some of you, it definitely is an energy, people, right? There are people holding these wands on you, trying to, you know, take your spot, or, you know, and that can get us in kind of like a heightened arousal energy, kind of get us in a fear response. And so again, with you showing up here as the sun in your reading, you're going to have to need that strength, that discipline, that almost like chariot energy to give yourself the sacred space to hear yourself think, so that you can make a wise decision that makes sense for you. God, angel, spirit guides, for my lovely Leo here, what is the advice? What do you want them to be aware of? What do you want them to be conscious of, mindful of? Unforeseen circumstances, opportunities, God, angel, spirit guides. What do you want my friend Leo here to be aware of? Thank you, God, angel, spirit guides. Let's see. I definitely feel like, yeah, wow. Definitely feeling like I'm speaking to a cusper here. Yeah, Leo, Virgo, cusper for sure. The Nine of Wands. You don't know if it's worth continuing on. Okay, I didn't mean to pick this up, but the King of Pentacles. Thank you, God, angel, spirit guides. I feel like this is here for you. Like it just really feels like Spirit wants you to know not to give up, right? That will really sum up this entire reading. You know, there is a breakthrough here. There is being at the pinnacle of success here. You don't really feel it or see it. There also might be someone around you who's trying to offer some type of support, advice, insight, help you in a financial way, give you mentorship, and maybe you're not sure if you can trust them. But because the way that I pulled this up upright, it would mean that this person is on your side and on your team if you're needing that right now. But when it comes to these particular cards, in the way that this Nine of Wands popped out, and again, you're seeing again the Seven of Wands here, this feels like it's important to hold your ground, keep your ground. Do not, how do I say this, God, angel, spirit guides? Do not relinquish your dignity. Do not... this is the time to not allow anyone to convince you that what you know is good for you is not. Because the Nine of Wands is going to be successful if it keeps going in the direction that it wants to. Now, your boundaries might have to change a little bit. Your expectations might have to pivot a little bit. That's just life, excuse me, and anything that we're building. But it just kind of feels like Spirit wants you to know that you're on the right track here. God, angel, spirit guides. Tell us more about why the Seven of Wands is here, and then we'll close. I didn't mean for this to be this lengthy. Why is the Seven of Wands here for Leo? Yeah, be in your energy. You have it. You have the strength to do this. Thank you, God, angel, spirit guides. Yep. Protecting your heart. Protecting something that you truly believe in, that you know makes you feel abundant and satisfied. And because it's so pure and so innocent, this thing that's truly in your heart that you're protecting and you're standing up strong and upright for, fearless for, because of that, it would make sense that the Nine of Wands is here, because you're going to be successful. The heart always wins. True love always wins. All right. So that's what I have for you, Leo. I wish you wellness out there. I love you, and I hope I get to see you next week. Take care. Bye.